What is going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadski, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece card game video. So we actually have the official release of the One Piece card game tutorial application. Do note though that this application is only in Japanese as of the recording of this video. This application may come out in English. I'm pretty much expecting it to come out in English, as that's what happened with the Digimon Loaner application. But in this video today, we're going to go through this app, give you guys the rundown. If you guys want to download this application for yourself, I'll leave a link down below in the video description. This is on Android and iOS. The link in the description will only be on Android though, but there are versions out on iOS that you may have to do a little bit of digging for. But I'm playing on Android right now and we're ready to jump into the game. I have already jumped in and played a couple of the tutorial chapters, and that's what we're going to do today. We're going to do a couple of tutorials, give you guys a quick rundown of what's going on, and we're just going to see how this runs, right? So let's go ahead and jump into it. I'm so excited for this card game to get the physical release, man. It's going to be so sick. So we can see that there's a couple of chapters here. We've got the new one, which I have unlocked, and there's one saying coming soon. So we're going to go ahead and run through some of this and just see how it runs, of course. It tells you how to play the game. So even if you've never picked it up before, you're going to be able to pick this up relatively quickly. Remember, as I said, this is only in Japanese. When it does get the official English translations, when that is later on down the line, probably in September, October, November-ish. And this is not an online app where you play against other players, at least to my knowledge. Pretty sure this is only going to be playing against a computer where you can learn the game. So let's jump into the first chapter and see what we got going on here. So this tutorial should give us some brief understanding as to what's going on. Of course, I can't read Japanese, so I can't give this to you, but we can see just the cleanness of the UI here. We've got like the life, and we've got the Don counters on the side, we've got our hand, we've got the field, everything's going on right now, so this is dope. We just drew a card for turn, and this is showing you that every time you start your turn, you get Don added, and you'll see that there's actually 2 counters for your Don. You can see that we have 4 Don currently, and it's going to cost 3 to activate the Zoro card here. So you'll see that because we have 4 Don, when we go ahead and activate the Zoro card, which costs 3 Don, we now only have 1 remaining Don, and then the 3 other Don are now rested, or the turn sideways, they've been tapped. So that's the way that it works in this application. That's the way that they're kind of showing it off. You know, when you normally play, you're going to have a bunch of these Don cards at the bottom of your playmat, and you're going to have to, like, you know, switch and turn them as you go along. But this one just says, you know, you've either got 1 remaining or you've got this many rested. It's pretty straightforward. So Luffy actually has an activatable skill, but we can't actually use it at this current point in time. The only thing we can do is actually attack. But Luffy's skill lets us put one of our rested Dons onto one of our characters or himself. So the thing is we can actually do that to make our character stronger, but we're just going to attack just for the sake of the tutorial. And you can see counter comes through, and he's going to add an additional action, which gives his character 1000 power, which means he wins the battle. Remember that if you lose a battle in the One Piece card game, your character isn't destroyed. The battle just ends. It'll only go ahead and destroy a card as if you actually win the battle during your turn. So, let's go ahead and put one of our Dons onto Vivi, and remember, the Don that we just put onto Vivi was a Don that was not activated. It was not rested, so you can put them onto your characters to give them additional power. And now we can activate Luffy's skill, which will go ahead and put one of our rested Dons onto one of our characters. So we can target Vivi, and it actually took one of our rested Dons, gives her additional power, and now our Vivi has more power than Kaido, so we can go ahead and attack. He's going to counter again, unfortunately. No, he didn't counter. Okay, he decided not to go ahead and do anything in the counter step. We were able to do a bit of life damage there, and remember, when you are dealt life damage, one of those life cards is added to your hand, and if it has a skill, it will automatically activate. There are cards that will activate when they are actually sent from the life pile to your hand, and I'm sure we'll see that throughout this video today. So when you end the turn, all of the activated abilities are going to end. So Luffy's 1000 power bonus is going to end, it looks like, unfortunately for us. And now we're going to be attacked, and our Vivi is rested, so he can actually attack it. And we can actually go ahead and activate the effect of this Brook, which is going to give an additional 2000 power, which is interesting. I didn't think Brook had 2000 like additional power that he gave. I believe it was only 1000 if I remember correctly. No, he he does counter for 2,000. I'm just seeing some translations right here. That's awesome. He can give you an additional 2,000 power during the battle. I think that's going to be kind of useful in this like early meta of the One Piece card game. That's actually pretty powerful. So at this point here, we can't really do anything. The Kaido is going to just attack Vivi and get her out of here. He could have potentially attacked our leader, but he decided not to. So now you can see that in the top corner, he has no life left. It's empty. So it means once we do our final attack, we're going to win. So let's go and attack with Zoro. We're going to go ahead and power him up. We're going to give him an additional 1,000 power. And I think Zoro actually just activated an ability there. When he has a Don attached to him, he gains an additional 1,000 power, which is what you guys just saw activated there. So an additional 1,000 power and then an additional 1,000 extra because of his activated ability. So we're going to attack. He is going to counter with the Borrow Breath, the Blast Breath, which gives an additional 4,000 power, I believe, for this turn or for this battle in particular. So he is going to win that battle, unfortunately, but you know, as we said, it's only for that battle, so it's not that bad. And now we can go ahead and attach all 5 of these Dons to Luffy, and he's going to get to 10,000 power. That's going to be absolutely crazy. 10k. It's going to be hard to stop this one from going through, so let's go ahead and attack. Is he going to counter? He's not going to counter, and that is going to be our sweet, clean victory. I love the UI. It's super clean, very responsive, and everything just looks great. The animations are awesome. I'm a big fan thus far. That's a really good way to show you a very basic turn or a couple of turns in the One Piece card game. Oh, we're going to go in with the Luffy versus Kaido deck. Alright, I'm excited. Let's see how this one goes. I'm going to get absolutely destroyed. Let's go ahead and give it a whirl. So yeah, we can actually tap and hold to see the abilities of the Luffy card. Oh, okay. That's pretty clean. I mean, I can't wait for this to come out in English. It's going to be so good. So we can choose to either keep this hand or we can go ahead and like mulligan the hand. So I think for now, I am going to keep it. I think this one? Yeah, this one is the keeping it. No, we just mulliganed. Okay, you know what? That's not a bad hand either. We have a lot of those one-cost blockers, which is not too bad at all. So he just added a Don, and then he didn't do anything. So that's fine with me. So I think the first thing we'll do is we're going to activate one of these choppers here, which is going to be one of our key blockers that we can activate and have on our side of the field. I guess we can have a second chopper. It probably would be a good idea to just keep it. So this Frankie, he gives an additional 1,000 during that turn, and the Brook gives an additional 2,000 as a counter. All right, let's see what's going on here. He's going to get some Don. He's going to summon his Jack. So Jack says, on play, you can discard a card from your hand, and then you can add 1 Don card from your Don deck to your cost effect area, which I think he did. So we can go ahead and stop this from going through. His Kaido is attacking our Luffy, and I believe if the battle is even, that he is going to go ahead and he actually wins the battle. And can we actually just activate one of these? We can block if we want. Counter, there we go. That's what we wanted to do. So I'm going to activate this. Give him an additional 1,000 power. And hopefully he doesn't counter with anything of his own. I don't think he can. There we go. So we're going to win the battle. We save our life counter, which is fantastic. Alright, so Usopp is here now. So Usopp, his counter is also for 1,000. Let's go ahead and pull up Usopp. So Usopp says that when he has 2 Dons attached to him, when he attacks, your opponent cannot activate blocker on characters with power 5,000 or more during the battle. That's actually pretty interesting. And then Frankie. Frankie doesn't do anything, but he has 6,000 power, which is actually a lot. I mean, it's a bit risky, but we're going to go full on with Frankie here. Cost of 4. And then we're going to use the skill of Luffy, which is going to give Luffy himself some 6,000 power. That'd be pretty nice. And then we're going to go ahead and attack with Luffy over Kaido. He's probably going to counter that. He's not. He's just going to go with the life. Okay, that's fine. And then we're going to wrap up the turn. We do have 2 blockers. We've got a 3rd one in hand that we can activate next turn. I'm pretty comfortable right now. Ooh, King. What does King do? On play, he can -1 Don KO to one of your opponent's characters with a cost 4 or lower. So he just KO'd one of our choppers. That is awful. You know what? I think I want to keep Chopper for now. I think I'm going to take the hit. So we get a life card to our hand. So we've got Robin now, which is pretty nice. Get some extra Don. This is what we wanted to see. I think I'm going to play Robin. And then let's go ahead and use the skill of Luffy. And give... yeah, let's give it to Luffy himself. So we've got 2 characters that can attack Kaido. So let's go ahead and attack Kaido once. Is he going to counter? He's not. He's just going to take the life. And then we've got Luffy, which can also attack Kaido. He is going to block that. Okay, sure thing, buddy. And we can go ahead and summon another blocker, but I feel like I want to keep that just in case. So we're going to end the turn here. That seems pretty good for now. We've got a lot of you know, resources still stuck in our hand, which is good. All right, so we're going to play Who's Who. On play, -1 Don. You may return the specified number of Don cards. KO one of your opponent's character with cost 3 or less. He got rid of our blocker and he's attacking. We could block that. Okay, King is a little bit hard to stop, so I think we're going to take this hit, and then we're going to block the second hit with Kaido. So we can just block that with Karu. And then that'll be fine. Boom, that's fine. We stopped one attack. He's going to attack again. We can stop that with Vivi. So we're losing a lot of cards here, but... oh man, this is really rough. This is really rough, but this is cool. This is a really good way to learn. Alright, we're getting more Don now, so this is good. So we have Jinbei. So what does old mate Jimbo do? So Jinbei needs a Don, and then when he attacks, for this turn, give 1000 power up to one of your leaders or characters other than this one. Well, this could be a good way to give Luffy a bit of a buff. So let's go ahead. It is only when he attacks, so he's not going to actually get the buff from it this turn, which is a bit unfortunate. We could actually use some of these Don to kill King, because King has a lot of power, so I kind of want to get rid of him. What does Black Maria do? So Black Maria on their field is actually a blocker, so they could be using that to block the attack. I don't like that. I don't like that at all, man. That's actually pretty frustrating, but we could actually get away with it in a way, because we could just buff some of our characters here. All right, so this is going to be one of these turns. Let's go ahead and buff, because if the power is even, we win the battle. So we could go ahead and buff Frankie to attack King, although he could block it, but it's fine. Then we'll go you into you. We'll use your skill on you, and then I think we'll be good to go. So let's go ahead and target you for an attack. Are you going to block it? Counter it? Alright, King is out of here. That's awesome. Alright, let's go ahead and get rid of Jack. Counter. Okay, Jack is out of here. Good. And now let's go into Kaido. Okay, this time you're going to block it, which makes a lot of sense. But that's good. We really cleaned up the board there, so I'm really happy about that. That's fantastic. We could play another one of our blockers, but I am kind of concerned that he's just going to get rid of it with his on-play effects. So we're just going to end here, I think. We've got a lot of stuff in our hands, which is pretty okay. What is that card? What is that? And then Onigashima, or Onigashima is a really good card for the Kaido deck. It's a really good way to just generate a lot of Don for them. And it actually got rid of one of our life. Oh, wow, that's a problem. Okay, so... we have to see if we want to counter this. So I think we probably have to counter it at this point. I think we'll just play Usopp for the additional 1000, which would stop the attack. We need to get back on the front foot here. I think we should be able to, though, in this upcoming turn here. Let's see. Oh, he's just going to go straight for the attack again. Whew, alright, he doesn't have much Don though, so he's going to take a while to get things going in the following turns. So I feel comfortable with taking this and then going crazy in this next turn here. So let's see how we go. We have a lot of Don, we have Zora which we can play. Unfortunately, Zora can't attack this turn, but we do have Jinbei to attack this turn. Yeah, so we could give Jinbei a Don, and by doing that, it actually activates his ability, so that when he attacks, he gives another one of our characters or our leader an additional 1000. So that's actually going to be kind of useful. This is actually could be a pretty crazy turn. So let's go ahead and buff like a lot of our characters here. Let's see if we can do this. Buff you, because I really want to make sure Luffy's attack hits, and let's just give it to you. Let's do this, okay? So let's go ahead and attack with Jinbei. Give Luffy an additional 1000. He's gonna counter. No counter. See you later, Who's Who. And here we go with some power. Let's go. We got Robin. Yep, he's gonna just use all those resources. So he has not much Don left really, and he really doesn't have a lot of cards in his hand either. He's not gonna block. Okay, so he's gonna get another card back, and then we're gonna attack with Luffy with a lot of power. That should be a guaranteed hit. Okay, we brought it back on a level playing field. That's what we like to see. We don't have any Don that we can play. We're gonna go ahead and leave it. Okay. Gonna use his Onigashima to charge up his Don. Sasaki. We're going to come in. So even though that was a really good turn for us, it's a little concerning. So I think we just have to block this. We really don't want to take much more damage. And then Kaido is going to have another opportunity here where we can go in for the kill. We have a fully charged Don. I don't think I'm going to play... Actually, we could play Chopper, which is a blocker for us. And that'll be nice to just save a hit. So if we give Zoro a Don, he just gets an additional 1,000. So that's just free. We're going to do that for sure. We can go ahead and use Luffy's skill, which will give 1 to Jinbei. So Jinbei, when he attacks, he's going to give another 1,000 to one of our characters. And, I mean, at this point, we can just, like, fully charge one of our characters. Let's just charge all of our characters here. I guess we want to get to 9,000 at least, because that's going to enable us to not worry about Borrow Breath if he does decide to play it. But he doesn't have the cost to play it anyway. So I think we're relatively okay here. So let's attack with Jinbei. Going to give another 1,000 power. Let's go ahead and give it to Robin. Okay, so he's going to block. We'll use his counters. So he's going to get additional blocks there. Let's attack with Zoro. Alright, this is GG. This should be... Actually, let's attack with these characters first. This should be GG. Should be. What's he going to do? There we go. And there it is. We got the dub. Nice, dude. Oh man, that's so satisfying. Okay. And look, this is just the starter decks. I can't even begin to imagine what kind of strategies are even going to come from the first set, Romance Dawn. So currently as it stands, it's pretty much all we can really do. You got 2 tutorials, and then you got the actual starter decks you can play with, and there is something coming soon, and I assume they're probably going to introduce the other starter decks, the Kid and the Crocodile starter decks, so we can play with them. I wonder, can you actually switch these around? Or you can actually just see what's in the actual starter deck? That's actually pretty cool. It would be nice if you could play around with the Kaido deck. But that's pretty cool either way. But that's going to wrap it up, guys. That is the One Piece card game tutorial application. I really hope you guys have enjoyed this video. And as I said, I'll leave a link to the download down below in the video description to download it on Android. Definitely play with this. Have a lot of fun with it. Learn new strategies. Of course, it's going to be a lot easier when you actually know what the cards do. But hopefully, you guys can go ahead and learn it for yourself. And I can't wait for this game to come out. It's going to be awesome. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the video today. And if you guys did enjoy it, make sure you go ahead and leave a like. And if you want to stay up to date with all the content that I post, including more One Piece card game content, make sure to go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below. But on that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.